Welcome. My name is Denise Williams, and I am your financial coach. So, in this call, we want to really look at the things you may wish you knew, didn't know, will be knowing about how to get help with your debt. Okay. So, debt is that really uncomfortable feeling because, you owe people money. You may not know how to pay it back, and you need support. You need help because there is a step by step plan that you can enjoy to get release from your debt. Okay? Because really and truly, although you may have made some missteps to get you into debt, only you can choose the right way to get out. And so I just want to give you an idea of the options that are available. And I don't want you to reject debt help. Okay? We want to avoid creating a bigger problem. We want to avoid issues that we don't really need in our life. Okay? So don't reject debt help. Don't look at this as not helpful, because there is a plan for you. It's tailor-made for you. It's special for you. Okay? Now, I have a little experience. I am an approved counselor at the Supervisory of Insolvency. I'm a financial success coach. I am president of the Caribbean Credit Repair Association. And I am joined with my friend, Bridget Bruckner. How are you, Bridget?
I am doing absolutely amazing. Happy Tuesday to you, Miss Denise.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having
Same
me.
to you. Same to you. Now, here's the thing. Bridget is on the income side. She is a passive income coach. She's very much affiliated with the Extreme FX Global Academy. She's joining with me because guess what happens? You see, when you have this plan to clear your debt, you then have more funds available for investment. So that's why it's just so important for us to be very balanced and have two sides of the coin on the table. So we want to really give you support, because for many of us, who helps you with debt problems is nobody. Let me be very clear. And when I work with people who declare bankruptcy, and I work with them every week, and the number increases, in this COVID period, most of them don't know who to turn to. They don't know where to go. They're lost. They can't see their way. They're certainly not hearing anything that makes sense. And so they don't take action. Well, I want to let you know that there is help. There is strategy, right? When you hire me as your advisor, okay, when you work with the company, you're going to get that accountability and that support that you didn't have on your own. Okay, so I want this PowerPoint to behave itself so I can get to the next slide. Here we go. All right, now for a lot of people, if you're very deep in debt, it'll take us about 7 years to unwind. But you see, for a lot of people, when I run through the strategies and we have the step by step process, and we give you the first thing to do, the second thing to do, the third thing to do, maybe 24 to 36 months, your debt no longer is draining you. It's no longer sleeping beside you at night and keeping you up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the purpose of having, right, debt help. So we work with, I use the word tips and tricks, but it's really under the law to help you get relief from your debt burden. But each case is different. Each situation is different. So for example, if you borrowed money to go to school, okay, you have a student loan. That is a particular challenge. If you were in debt just to make ends meet, that is a particular challenge. So it could be your mortgage is a challenge. And I just want to jump in, Bridge, before we get deep into debt strategies. We talk about this all the time, constantly. But why does, especially if somebody has student loan debt, they spent so much money, borrowed so much money to get an education. And if you, as an income coach, says, get more education to get out of debt, that may not make sense. Tell it, how do you justify that, Bridge? You're on mute, honey. You're on mute. Yes.
How do you justify getting in debt for education?
And then saying, go and get more education, especially in the space that you're in. Go and get more education so you can come out of debt.
Well, you know what? I have had people do that all the time. I've had people that I've mentored, have been in my circle, who have degrees and they were not satisfied with their job, and they were told, well, if you had more degrees you could get a better job or you could get a promotion, and they spent millions, because some degrees will run you well over $1 million to get a more substantial degree. And you know what? You're not guaranteed a job or a promotion. And what happens is you have this debt, period. And
Right.
people justify it. It's justifiable because you feel like there is a value in gaining this education with the promise of higher income.
Right.
But in the space that I'm in, this particular education is more practical. There is no promise of a better income. There's no promise of a promotion. There literally is a strategy that you're using that you can absolutely begin to earn money right away, like immediately. Because once you learn, we call it learn and earn strategy. It's the learn and earn strategy that we have built into the system for you to come get a skill set. We call it upskilling, retooling and upskilling to literally put in practical use the value of forex trading. It's something that you control. The more you know, you are in charge of it. There's no limit to the earning. You use your cell phone, you use the internet. All you need to do is invest the time. The more time you put in, the more money you make. It's as simple as that. And as you master these skills on the income side, which I know you'll get to, you don't even have to put in as much time, because then there's strategy that can help you to earn. So the debt to learn, I get that. But for me, on my side, it's more the investment to learn. And I guess traditional education is an investment as well. The trick is, what's the return on investment? And I far like the return on investment where the income is limitless. I like that statistic a lot better.
What I want everybody to be very clear. If you're in debt, you tend to feel like there's claws on your shoulders. There's shame. It's like, OMG, how did I find myself here? And so hearing that you should upskill to earn more income to come out of debt seems counterintuitive. However, my work every single week with people who declare bankruptcy shows me that bankruptcy happens when they run out of financial ideas. They don't know where to turn. They don't have a plan. They don't have an income plan. And so I do want to spend a lot of time on some debt strategies, but I wanted to open and to be clear that this is a situation that you can grow out of, okay? You can change your behavior. You can become more income focused, and you can work with me and my team, and we can get you out of debt. We can get you into income, and we can get you out of debt. So let's go, okay? So we just want to run through what is available in the world of help for you with debt. So we want you to overcome debt. We want you to get breathing room. When you work with my company and my team, you get debt management ideas. You learn your rights. Just because you signed a loan doesn't mean you sign away your rights. okay? There is a procedure, a way that you as a consumer must be treated, okay? So we want you to overcome, and we want to make sure your rights are protected. Now, as you would have seen, I am the president of the Caribbean Credit Repair Association, and we train debt professionals, okay? We help them to understand how to help people in their community, okay? So it's not just getting out of debt. You can also reach behind you and help the people in your community get out of debt as well. So please, creditrepairja@gmail.com or www.creditrepairja.com. You can give us a call. You can send us an email, make an appointment. Let's talk. Credit Repair Services is the company. Let's talk. We have a team. We're ready to serve you. Now, here's how we serve you. So, the credit report review, okay? You are entitled to a free credit report once a year from the 1, 2, 3 credit bureaus. I hope you realize that in the island of Jamaica since 2011, every single time you swipe a card, it is recorded. And so all of your activities have been recorded, and your credit report stays with you until you die. So from you turn 18 until you die, that credit report is there. And so we are available to review your credit report. You can engage us to review your credit report. Make sure the 3 credit reports are saying the same thing, so that this doesn't block you from getting a mortgage, from getting that car loan, from moving forward in life, okay? And guess what else? Sometimes when you are overseas, you will be asked for your credit report if you just come and you don't have a credit history. So if you are in the diaspora, it is important to make sure your credit report is lined up.
So Denise, can I ask a question? I mean, in the US, with your credit history, credit reporting, is it the same in Jamaica where you should do a credit check maybe with different names? In other words, like I'm Bridget Buckner, but maybe I should do a search under Bridget A. Buckner. Or, because some companies might report your name with your middle initial. Sometimes they report it with your whole middle name. So it's like you have to do a search for your first and last name, maybe first initial, last name, maybe first name, middle initial, last name, first name, middle name, to make sure you catch everything.
That's right. And because identity theft is not pretty.
Right.
It is not pretty, okay? And so we want to be clear that you are not being defrauded by just your name.
Right.
The other service that will help you is preparing letters to credit bureaus. Do not underestimate how important it is that everybody involved, credit bureaus, the credit card company, the loan company, whoever, everybody has to be involved, right? I can't tell you how many people come to me and say, oh, I sent off an email and I don't hear back. Well, yeah, because in this day and age, emails have a way of, they sprout wings. And I don't know if you knew that. But emails now have wings and they fly away, especially when you're disputing something. So good old-fashioned letters, the post office is your friend. And if that's something you don't want to do for yourself, again, you can engage us at CRS to do it for you, okay? Because why? If you think an email is going to serve notice, and as I said, emails develop magical wings and fly away, nobody sees the email, it's going to hurt your credit score. And that will come back to haunt you, because then you won't be able to line up the financing you need to reach your life goals. Because guess what? Let me just go back one more minute. I and Bridget advocate earning more income. I don't advocate, and I believe Bridget doesn't either, draining all your income to buy a house or a car if you don't have to. And so that's why it's about growing your income, being like a mama bear and protecting your credit score and making sure you have access to the purpose is cheap capital. You want to borrow money as cheaply as possible. And that's what the credit score does. Because if you
Leverage.
can't get cheap money, that's the leverage that the wealthy use is to they borrow cheaply, buy investments that grow. Okay. And then the growth of the investments, the profit is what they use and pay back the cheap loan. And they borrow again. Okay. All right, moving on. So this is another strategy. And now we're talking about contacting collecting agencies. Because guess what? The collection agencies or collecting agencies, they are not there to help you build back credit. They are there because they bought your debt for 10 to 30 cents on the dollar. And so anything you pay them that is more than 30 cents on the dollar, they make a profit. But guess what happens? Let's say you're a good girl, you're a good boy, and you pay off everything. They ain't fixing your credit score. They do not write to the credit bureau on your behalf. So you would have paid them off and still had bad credit. So again, we can help you in this way. So this is a service that we provide, okay? So you don't have to do this all yourself. There's a step-by-step accountability process. Next, we want to dispute negative items. Okay? Listen, student loan institutions have a 79% error rate. Okay? Now, once you've gotten your credit report or even your credit card statement, or even your loan statement, and you do not agree, there is a dispute process. You have the right to dispute negative items. You don't have to sit and stew with it. So many of us are sitting and miserable, okay, with what's happening with our credit life. You can dispute, okay? And you can hire us to dispute for you. What's next? What else can we do for you? Of course, we're there to help you. So financially focused, we help you build your income. And that's where Bridget has been our partner for the last probably year. Credit repair services is where we help you to negotiate with your credit issues. And then Caribbean Credit Repair is where we train you to become a credit restoration officer so you can help people in your community. We also help you to negotiate debt payoffs, okay? If you have debt and we sit down, we meet, you make an appointment and we meet, we can look and say, you know what? This debt that you have may be ideal for a negotiation to pay it off, and we'll do it in a specific way. Okay, there are step-by-step procedures for negotiation, and we would engage in that for you. Okay, next. I don't know why my PowerPoint is misbehaving. All right, next up is also negotiating a debt's interest rate and terms. Remember what I said wealthy people do? Well, first of all, they work with Bridget over at Extreme FX Global Academy, and they learn to make more money. But they also learn that the cheaper the money is, the better it is for you. Okay? And so, again, another service that you can hire us to do is to negotiate a debt interest rate and terms so that you can get more breathing room at the end of the day. So this is something very important to many people. We also want to look at getting your loan payments lowered, okay? That is an entirely different conversation than just looking at the interest rate and terms, right? Because let me tell you, again, working in bankruptcy, usually a loan consolidation, which sometimes gives you, pulls all your debts into one and then gives you one payment, is the stepping stone to declaring bankruptcy because you have not changed your behavior. I'm saying this over and over and over again. You must have an income plan along at the same time, concurrently with your debt repayment plan. They must go together. That's a marriage. Because if you are only focused on your debt, then you're not building your life. You need both. Okay? All right. What's next? We want to talk about having a debt dismissed. This now is deep, deep negotiation. Okay? It can happen. This is a service we provide. And so this is something that requires analysis and several meetings. This does not happen with one letter and one meeting. This is a repeated process. This is deep negotiation. And you must be someone the bank considers responsible, okay? Because this is a very serious thing, but it's a service that can be done. We also want to talk about negotiating a discounted debt payoff. Again, it can happen. It requires negotiation. Literally not one of the services we offer is a one-shot deal, a one letter, one email. It is a process. There's a first step, a second step, third step, and so on. Someone came to me and said, well, listen, I need to know how to pay this off in 7 days. I need to get this in 7 days. I said, I'm the wrong person. I can't help you in 7 days. Come be sure you don't run up the money in 7 days. So we have to get into the mindset that we are talking about processes, step by step. We also want to talk about stopping debt collection actions now, because a lot of times people's rights, remember when I said at the beginning, when you sign a loan, you do not sign away your rights. But a lot of people, because the collection agencies are calling, right, feel like they sign away their rights. We can get, in some cases, not every case, we would have to look at your situation, sit down, but we can, in the right situation, stop the debt collector's actions because they're violating your rights. Oh, Lord. All right. Now, of course, we give practical debt relief advice. That is something we do. We do debt counseling. That's a service you can hire us to do. This is something that is very important. And again, I'm saying it, I'm being repetitive. You must, at the same time, with the same mind, with the same coaching, concurrently have an income plan. Bridget, what do you see as an income plan?
Well, I'm gonna start by, this is a general information program. So in this age of technology and there's at least 10 or 20 or 30 ways that people can make money passively from home, through all kinds of associations. But I particularly like the platform that I am in partnership with, because on the one platform, you get education that is about financial literacy. You can learn the skill of foreign exchange trading and three different kinds, the regular Forex, binary options, and Nadex if you're in the US, copy and paste trading. You can learn how to leverage like a franchise. This company has 9 fintech products, financial technology products, from personal and business loans to real estate education to a ton of things that you could market and earn an income from, up to 3,000-4,000 US dollars from marketing one product. You'll be surprised how many people are searching for a platform to teach them financial, I'm trying to find a word besides financial literacy, but there's so many products and tools that help people to advance their cash, their money, their investments, and we teach people how to do that. So if they market for the company, they could earn a commission for referring one of the 9 fintech products. This company also is very big on cryptocurrency, and people are learning that money is changing. There's no way around it. Bitcoin isn't going away. Now the metaverse is here. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, is here, and these things are changing the way the internet operates. Things won't be the same. Just like the internet changed traditional life, so too NFTs and the metaverse is changing the way the internet is being used. And if you don't have the education to maximize those, you are really going to be at a disadvantage. So if you're looking to earn extra income, coming out of COVID, people have learned that it is possible to work from home, but you're working from home for your boss. You don't know if your boss will stay in business if there's another pandemic or if there's another situation. You don't know if they'll downsize or upsize. There's a limit, but you can literally take advantage of 4 or 5 streams of income on one platform and get the benefit of working from home. It is truly about earning money. So you have to reduce debt, and at the same time, you have to increase your income because you're in debt in the first place because of either mismanagement of funds that you have, misallocation of funds, or because of ignorance, paying too high interest rate, maybe borrowing from the wrong lender, and maybe it's just because you just don't have enough money, or the lack of financial literacy means you didn't borrow to build an apartment, so you bring in money in, or you didn't borrow to start a business, you borrowed for consumer debt. So the community really teaches everything from how to make more money to the mindset of money and so on. Denise, I don't know if I answered the question you're asking correctly.
You did, because that's what we're talking about. Who helps you with your debt problems? Debt is not just I owe the bank money. Debt is also I don't have enough income. And so we're looking at a holistic approach to being helped with your debt. I want you to reach out and Google Financially Focused. My contact number is all over. I want you to go to www. I said too many W's. www.creditrepairja.com. We can help you. We want you to book your consultation, okay? And if you're also ready at the same time concurrently to grow your income, we can help you with that too. All right. I absolutely thank you, Bridget, for being on this call with me. And please do not allow shame to hold you back from getting all the support that you can from Credit Repair Services. My name is Denise Williams. I am your financial coach. I really care about helping so many of us drowning in debt to stop. I want us to know that this is just a moment in time. It's an uncomfortable moment, but it is just a moment in time. We can work together, right? Join with me for the 12, 24, 36 months. We will work together. I will be your accountability coach. We will help you rise and be better than you are right now. Feel better than you are right now.
Yes.
Bridge, thank you as always for your support. I'm so grateful.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
All right, bye.